What is up, YouTube, man? I am back. And of course, I know you guys are watching this gameplay now and you guys seen the title, man. I know people are saying, hey, the last build was good. And man, after playing with the build, it's perfect. But one thing that I forgot about, one thing that mattered the most was speed with ball. You see, right now, you can see from the gameplay, man, he can shoot, he can drive in, he can dunk. But the speed with ball has to be high enough, and I would say some part of the defense has to be high enough, but it doesn't have to be like amazing defense. All right, I'm gonna get right into this, man, but I just wanted to show y'all how this build was playing, and I'm telling y'all, man, this guy is doing amazing, better than I ever expected, man. But there's certain things I wanted to change, and I didn't want to mislead anyone and say, hey, this is, one of the greatest builds after one try, man. Everybody comes out with different types of builds, man, and this is my idea of what I think should be improved on this build. So number one, I don't know if you've seen from my other video, but I will be improving the speed with ball, the interior and perimeter defense a little bit, not a lot. So they should both be in the 70s, around there. I should get 7 Hall of Fame badges. I'm gonna put the finishing badges down a little bit, but you have +4 to add on. So instead of 26 finishing badges, you're gonna get 23. But if you do a rebirth build and or you just do a normal build, you can put 3 more badges on and you'll have Hall of Fame finishing, all the tier 3 badges on Hall of Fame. If you put 3 more badges on, because this build is gonna have 23 Hall of Fame badges. And the last build, I mean the last badge upgrade, since you get 4 Hall of Fame badges and you put 3 on finishing, I think the last one you can easily use it for playmaking, man, if you wanted to. So I'm just letting y'all know, man, certain things I added to this build. Like for now, the build that I have right now, I did add the +4 badges onto playmaking, but it still needs more playmaking badges. So I was like, man, speed with ball has to go up. That's the one thing that has to go up. But after I upgraded my badges, I haven't hit like 90 overall yet. So right now, you see me moving. I'm moving with the 36 speed with ball because I haven't upgraded or touched it at all. It maxes out at a 59, and man, that is not good enough. Alright guys, so I wanted to show y'all a different, it's the same build but with a few tweaks, just to show y'all how good this build can be, man. So let's get right into it, man. Let's go. Alright everybody, man, so now let's get right into this build, guys. I've been playing with the build a lot, so I'm gonna just edit one of these 6'8", 7'6" wingspan builds, man. 3-pointer, I think it doesn't have to go any lower or any higher, so I won't be touching it. But one thing I will be touching is, of course, the standing dunk. The standing dunk, I believe, doesn't have to be a 99. You can easily get Hall of Fame badges. I wanted to put the layup or the close shot up a little bit, but first I was like, let me max out the speed with ball. And then I went straight to, speed, and I wanted to lower it because there's no point of having the speed at 85 when you have an 80 speed with ball. So I was like, hey, let me put the perimeter defense up. I was like, man, 87 is a little too high. Like, why would I do that? I want the interior defense to be decent too, so I put that down, and then I tried to put it all the way up and I still couldn't get it. So I was like, man, what else can I really put down? So I was like, man, I can't put any of this shooting down, and I want the interior defense to be about the same. So I was like, man, let me just put the perimeter defense down, put that a little bit down, just to match it in some ways. But I'm totally fine with a 73 perimeter defense and interior defense. So if you guys were to make this build, I think, man, this will be perfect. So I was just tweaking with it a little bit just to figure out what would work for this build, because I wasn't sure. And the free throw went up and it goes to 99, so I was like, man, I don't know, like the close shot should be a little bit higher. I mean, the standing dunk doesn't have to be that high, so let me put the close shot a little bit up because I don't want to miss any, you know, just close shots at all. Even under the basket shot, I just don't want to miss them. And I was like, man, after that tweak, let me just put the free throw up and I'm gonna be perfect. So after that, man, you see it comes with 7 defensive badges, and I mean, you can do anything with it. You see the playmaking, man. The playmaking went up to, you know, it's looking amazing right now. I wanted to, you know, change it up a little bit. I know when you get mama badge, you can change the take. I was like, hey, let's go with the easy blow bys, but yeah, this doesn't really matter. Limitless range easy blow bys doesn't matter at all. So you guys see it changed up a little bit. I got Anobi, Michael Bridges, I don't know his name, but Justin Jefferson, man. So I was like, man, this is some weird comparisons, but it's alright, man. They are looking good. So I was like, man, I just want to show y'all what badges I would put on this player. So some of the finishing badges, you don't get all the whole thing. You don't get all of them. You have to wait for the 4 badges, and you can put 3 of them on finishing. But everything else should max out at the same rate. So Limitless, Posterizer, and Slithery should, 3 of them should all easily go to Hall of Fame. And you make one of them the core badges, you can get another, you know, and then now you only have 3 badges. You know, that 4th badge would really help right now. You know, you could just put Giant Slayer to gold, and you can just put, you know, now you have 4 badges plus the other 4 badges that come with it. You know, you can just put it, you know, you can put it to Slithery Finisher on Hall of Fame, or if you want Giant Slayer on Hall of Fame, you know, you can choose in between. It doesn't really matter. But I think, man, that would be perfect. So if you just apply the 4 Hall of Fame, the 4 badge points that you get to finishing, you should be good to go. And the shooting I think the shooting stayed the same. I didn't change anything about the shooting except for like the free throw, and I mean, that doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, man, Midi Magician and guard up is better than Deadeye. I promise you guys that guard up is better than Deadeye. You do not need Deadeye. So I was like, man, I would love some, you know, blinders. And then I put on some Limitless too, just to shoot farther a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what other badges to do with it, so I just said, man, Agent 3 would be fun too. So just in case I needed that. The playmaking, of course, went up a little bit, so you do get to have certain badges that you didn't get to have before. So, you know, Handles for Days does come into play, and Unpluckable and Handles for Days is basically, you know, one of the best badges to have. But if you were to, you know, try something else and say, hey, I only want Slithery Finisher on gold or something, or silver, and I want to, you know, get killer combos or something and add some badge points onto here, man, you could do that easily. So I mean, it's all your decision to customize this build as you wish. But what I would say is get all the Hall of Fame finishing badges, because finishing is really good to have in this game. So if you want to have good finishing, man, I would tell you to get all the Hall of Fame finishing badges and get one more on playmaking, one more badge point on playmaking. It can't hurt. But the defense, you know, the defense is just, you know, it's just there, you know. If you're playing comp and stuff like that, you're not really guarding the ball most of the time. There's mostly a lock or a two-way that's on your team that would be doing this. You're mostly the offense. So if you want to make a pure offensive build, which has good defense because it's 7'6" wingspan, who isn't gonna get the ball? So if you want to have all those things, man, this will be the perfect build. You can shoot, you can dribble a lot, you know, there's always boosts to buy to get more stamina for dribbling. You know, every sweat has them, just maxing out all the dribbling boosts, so you might as well join them. But man, I appreciate everybody for watching. I hope I broke down the video as much as I could for you guys to get as many badge points as you want. And man, I'm out, man. Peace.